method. Parent class will have a show method. Right, we are closing the class. Class
Sir,
child.
sir,
Yeah.
screen is not visible.
Excuse me.
Yes, yes.
Sorry, man. Like I didn't share actually. I forgot. Yeah. So class parent we have, and we have written one method, and then class child we have, and extend the parent. So this is nothing but like a single level inheritance. So single level inheritance, and we are going to write down another method as public void display, right? And so we are writing inside child, inside child. How we are writing the method. So here we are creating. Here we are going to create child c equals to u. Okay. Now c dot. So c dot display method. So child can access the display method, and c dot show method. Show method is coming from the parent one. Show method is coming from the parent one. To make this class as a public main method, then just try to save the class. So let's download, not the downloads in the Java programs. Child dot. Just replace it. Just replace it and go back to the folder. So it is calling inside child and inside parent. See, but the method is available in the method is like show method is available in the parent class. See, because like we extended, so with the help of extends keyword, we are able to call this. We are able to call this. Huh, we are able to call this parent class method. So that is nothing but single inheritance. Single inheritance. Okay. So now you understood what is the concept of like inheritance. Like so, we have extended the parent class. If you want to implement the same method in the show method, like for example, the same implementation, we no need to implement in another child class because anyway we use extends keyword and we are extending the parent class. You no need to write. You no need to implement the same logic in the child class also. So directly you can have access. You can call the parent class method. You can call the parent class method, right? Okay. So now same like there is that like so multi-level inheritance. Okay, just take this one as an example. Just hold on. So just copy this. Stop writing this. Just try to paste. So multi-level inheritance. So what is a multi-level inheritance? Huh. So we have like the relation like multi-level inheritance where we can define if you take an example, if you take an example of grandfather and then this is like a shape is a grandfather and then the rectangular shape is like a father extends the shape and this is like a some extends the father, okay, and then we are going to create a object and we are going to invoke the methods. We are going to invoke the methods. So now here, if you see this example, we have a shape class. We have a shape class, and inside that we have a display method. So inside, so we are just simply writing that inside display method, and we have a rectangular class extends shape. So we are extending this shape class and the rectangular. So we are writing one method as an area, and there we are writing one simple SQL statement. And cube extends a rectangular, and we are writing the volume method. So this is like the parent one. This is like the like grandfather and father and son. So like that hierarchy, multi-level inheritance is we are going to achieve. And inside the main method, we are going to create an object of cube. So, and we are calling cube.display. So cube.display is coming from where? It is coming from the super parent, right? It is cube.display is coming from the here, and it is going to call cube.area. Area is going to come from the rectangular class, and volume. It is going to come from the cube class. Clear? The inheritance is nothing like simply like whatever the methods is there in the parent class, simply whatever the not only methods, anything, all the properties or methods, whatever it is. So it can be easily accessible by the child class. So just to save this. Okay. So once we save, just like try to compile this. Okay. So now it is calling display method. Display method is coming from the shape class, and area is coming from the rectangular class, and volume is coming from the which class? So volume is coming from the Q class, right? So like that, like we are going to achieve multi-level inheritance. So what is hybrid inheritance? Hmm. Anyone knows example? What is hybrid inheritance? Hybrid inheritance will have so father is having two kids, right? So each kid like we are going to describe in the class, okay, and we are extending the father class. So two derived classes, like two derived classes will have the same base class. It's nothing but like a hierarchical inheritance, right? So and then the other one is hybrid inheritance, and the other one is uh, the other one is multi what is it? Multiple inheritance. So multiple inheritance we'll be discussing. Like we'll be extending like two classes for one child, and we'll see like more than so the base class on base class, the derived class will have more than one base class. So in that way, it's like multiple inheritance. Like why we are not going to achieve, we'll discuss. Right? So now we explain two examples. Like in order to want get more examples on this, just go to the Java deployment and get things. Java deployment and get the things. So we'll see like what is aggregation. See what it is going to ask like the reusability. What is the reusability? Is the mechanism where facilitates the reuse of fields and methods in the existing class when you create a new class. So you can use the same fields methods already defined by the previous class. That is nothing but like a reusability. Syntax they have given and what they are trying to given like in the employee salary will have a employee class will have a salary and the programmer so extends the employee they are giving the bonus they are giving the bonus so they are creating the programmer is nothing but like a child class and p dot salary so p dot salary is coming from where it is coming from the parent class that's why directly they can able to access because like we use the extends keyword and we are passing the employee class so p dot bonus so p dot bonus it is coming from here in the child class right. So this is a hierarchical inheritance, as I told, like the class, like this is this is like a son and this is like a daughter. Both are extending the one parent. Both are extending the one parent, right? So just go to here and see like just see nothing but like they're going to explain the small examples. Try to practice and get the things right. So now we'll discuss like how to install like later we'll see like as a relation how we are going to do that but before that like we'll see we'll install like everyone is having eclipse for example like I think you guys already uh, installed the eclipse right. You want me to explain? I'll explain how to download, from where to download and where to install this Eclipse. Okay. So just go here and how to download. Just Eclipse download for Windows 10, for example. So just try to click here. Always better choice for the like JTWE. Always you have to choose the JTWE because like in the if you are not installing the JTWE because so if you install the standard version of the Eclipse but it will support like until core Java only. So if you want to create like a dynamic web projects going forward in the advanced Java, so this standalone Eclipse won't allow us to create the dynamic web projects. So, but keeping in mind for advanced Java also we need to practice right, Spring Boot and Spring and all the things like we need to practice right. So keep it in that mind and try to install. Don't install the Eclipse standalone. You have to install Eclipse like JTW developers. Like JTW is like the advanced, the one we are going to use. Okay, just click here download. So here it is for the Windows. Just try to download this. So and then once you install and then you have to select that see, this exe file you need to download. Eclipse is a open source or not? Eclipse is a open source tool or not? What is the open source? What is licensed one? We already discussed.
Open source means everyone
Huh,
start
everyone.
like license.
So it won't ask for the license. Everyone can able to directly go and download
Yes.
and install the software. Okay. So that is like a open source. So Java also like it's not asking any. licensed keys, right, when you are going to install any software. So the same way, so it is going to download and try to install this exe file, then it will install that Eclipse. So once you install, then you have to, like, you will be having a folder. You'll be having a folder. I don't know from for my side where it is. See here, I downloaded long back, and then I try to, like, we need to install this one, and then once we install, it will like it create like a folder. So I was looking for that folder where it is. I don't know where I saved. So will it installed? I think usually okay. It create like once you install the exe file, right? It creates Eclipse folder, and then inside that folder .ini file you can see that you need to open. Once you open, it will ask us to create a workspace. It asks us to create a workspace. So what is a workspace? The Eclipse. So what is a workspace? Whatever we are going to practice the programs. So all this it will be stored in one workspace. So inside, when you are trying to create a workspace, that metadata it will create. Inside that, all the Eclipse plugins will be available. Inside that, all the Eclipse plugins will be available. So once you install, and then inside that, like, once you are going to create a workspace, then it is going to create a data metadata, and inside that, like, will be having all the Eclipse libraries. So it will be sitting inside that folder. Now, so once you install and once you create the workspace, create the workspace means like how to create a workspace. So here, if you want to create a new workspace, then go to File, which workspace, Other, and if you want to create here, right, or else in the documents, I want to create. In the documents, I want to create. Okay. So try to create one folder. Try to create one folder. I'm just creating like a November 2022 branch. Now, means not branch, it's a folder. Now I'm trying to select this one. Then earlier it was like, so now we are switching it actually. We are switching into new workspace. So where we created this, see, dot metadata. It is available, right? Means earlier it was like we created empty folder when we are switching the workspace, like when we are trying to create a workspace, then it is going to come like this. It is going to come like this, and it creates all the related plugins for the Eclipse inside metadata only. Clear? It like when you are going to create a workspace for everyone, it will create like that only. For everyone, it will create like this only. So now, once it is done, once it is done, if you want to create any project, so how to create a project in Eclipse? How to create a project in a Eclipse? Go to File, go to New, select Project. Now click the Java project. Just note down if you are not knowing how to create a project means. So just go to File and go to New, create a project, create Java project, click Next, and here you need to select the environment which we are going to use. So I'm just selecting the 1.8. So I need to configure the install JRE. So we have to select that install JRE. From where it is coming? From but guys, my class is getting bored today. It is not interesting. Huh?
No, sir.
So just bear, like people who knows already the concept, just bear. Okay, now we are selecting the like what it is asking. So now we are selecting and we are just clicking the finish all the libraries. It is going to come and just apply and finish. Okay, still showing like why it is not enabled the next button. Okay, this one we have to select. Apply, apply.
Project name, sir.
Okay, yes. I was looking why after configuring this. Okay, project name we have to give. So project name we have to give like a test. Okay. So just wake up me. Sometimes I'm sleeping. Okay, just click finish. So just click no open perspective. Okay. So now if you can see all the JRE system, all the jar files like we automatically like when we are going to create a project like we are going to select on the runtime Java environment. So it will be there. So where this all the predefined classes are available, in which jar, this rt dot jar like will be having all the predefined classes which is available in Java. So that's the reason your Eclipse is recognizing like when you are writing any class and all, no, it is going to recognize. Okay, now I want to create. If you want to create a package, so if you want to create a package in Eclipse, how we are going to create? So right click the project and click package. So com.org dot inheritance. Okay. So all these package names should start with a small only. So each and every letter like we are going to provide in the like we are going to provide with a small characters only. So that is the best practice. You should not write down the classes the capital. So now how to create the class inside the package? So just right click, create new and type class. Okay. So now I'm going to write down. I'm going to write down employee class. I'm going to write down the employee class. So here, so if you want to extend any super class, like if you want to extend any, so by default, each and every class, right, whatever we are going to create, so by default, the super class is object class. Or else if you want to extend any other different class, okay. So now you have to browse and you have to select in your project. You have to browse and you have to select in your project. So just give that main method and just try to finish it. So now we are going to create a Java program inside this Eclipse. So now we created a class. So now, so how to increase the font size? Are you able to see this font? It's visible.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Or else do you want me to increase that font? Okay. So now what I'm going to do here in the employee class. So I'm going to write down private employee ID, right? Private string employee name. Private double. Why we are taking double? Because the salary, right? We are going to write down then private address. So this is like a hazard relation. Like I'm going to explain why we cannot achieve through inheritance. Okay. So employee address. So now there is no address class, right? Try to create an address class in the same package, right? So this address class will have private fact number, private string, read. Just take as like read, right? Private. Or else you can take address one, no? Address one, right? So just try to delete this. Copy this one. Underline two. Underline three. Any other property we are going to use? So we are going to write down string. Okay, right? So just make this one as solo instead of not we are doing right. Okay. So now, what is this class? This is like a plain Java class, right? So, so do we require getters and setters? Do we require getters and setters here? Okay. Yes, it's required. So because like inside employee object, inside employee class, if you want to create an address class object, right? If you want to create address class object, we can create. And if you want to set the setter methods, right, then we are going to use it. We are going to use those setter methods and we can set these properties. So for that we require setters and getters. Okay. So now I'm going to write the source how to generate the getters and setters. So I'm just right clicking the class and go to source and generate getters and setters. Select all the one and make it as a public generate. So now it's generated the getters and setters. For all these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So all these 7 properties we created. So we created the address class and we created the properties. So now just go to here employee class. Now the address class we created. So for example, I'm going to create another package. So another package I'm going to create from dot org.ez. So easy we are going to pay. Now I am moving this address class. Now I am moving this address class into which package? This package. Now, if you can see, I am writing the address class. See, earlier it belongs to same package. That's why it's not required from where the class is coming. Address class. So earlier we saved that address class inside initialize. It's not
Okay,
initialize.
yes.
Inside inheritance itself, like we created address class. So that is the reason it is there in the same package. That's why
No.
it is like it is difficult to identify. Okay, but here Eclipse is asking like so we are unable to identify that address type, address class. So from where it is coming, either it is a predefined class or either user defined class, then you need to import, you have to tell from where that class is coming. So for that reason, I created another package and now I am importing this. Now we are telling this address class is coming from which package? This package like com.org.use and press. So now we have imported. So from where the class we are referring. So now, uh, so we need to generate the getters and setters or not for this employee class also. Source generate getters and setters. So you generated the getters and setters. You generated the getters and setters. Now I want to create employee object. Employee has an address, right? Employee has an address, right? So it is nothing but like an as a relation. Okay. Uh, so inheritance is simply we are extending and we are using those the properties. Or else if you want to call any methods and all, we are using here. But as a relation is it's a different one. We are going to use like we are going to write inside a class, right? We are going to write another class which is having the address. See, which is having the like this address type is what? A class. This address type is what? A class. So customer has an address. So now we are going to create an employee object. Hmm. We are going to create an employee object and we are passing employee ID as 1 2 1 2 3 or 1 2 4 anything. And the other one is okay. I think the constructor we are not initializing, right? We have to use something like that. Yeah. So e dot set. So setter method is going to work right. E dot set employee ID as 1 2 3. This we already know, right? E dot set employee name. E dot set employee ID, employee name is done, and employee salary. So I'm just passing 10,000, right? Now e dot set address. Uh, Okay, why if I pass null, still it is accepting the setter, like setter method is accepting the null because this is a type of the address is type of what? This address reference is type of the class. Class can be null, like we can nullify the class also. So in that case, so now I need to, so we are setting the address object, like we are setting the address object. So this set address is accepting what parameter? Address reference. So address reference it is accepting. So in that case, what we have to do, we have to create an address class object or not? How to create address object. Address LDR equals to new address. Now we have passed LDR. Okay. Now you understood, right? So we are setting all the employee data and we are passing the address. So so now you tell me we like this set address is accepting the address type. Okay. So this ADR is the type of address only. So if I run this, what will be the output? If I run this, what will be the output? We need to call, right? We need to call, no? System.out.println. Okay. Just type like employee ID e dot get employee ID and then employee name. E dot get get the other one is get employee name. So here like we have to
You just received a text message. You just received a text message.
set salary, right? Now other one is we need to get object. We need to get like address one, right? So just there's an entry, one more entry here, right? So that it is, so now I'm going to run this class. So how to run the class in Eclipse? How to run the class in Eclipse? So either two ways we have, right click, run as a Java application, or we have a symbol here, run employee. Okay. So we have here run employee. So here this is like a one way to run the application. It means Java class. The other way is right click and run with. So it is printing right employee address like employee ID, employee name, and employee salary and employee address. What is this address? Why it is printing like this? So we are directly creating the object and we are directly calling that object. So this is like a object reference like hexadecimal value of this object. So here what we have to set, like we created the address, right? Address object, right? LDR dot LDR
Address.
dot, yeah, set
Flat.
address. Yes, yes. Flat number is the first one, right? Like set flat number. So set flat number is like 210. Right? Other one is address line one. Yeah. Address line one is like I'm giving. I'm giving like address line one as. Hmm. So here I'm giving like. White fill I'm giving and LDR dot set address line two I'm giving. Okay. So I'm giving like. So just give like a place like where you are staying. So just give like here. So I'm giving like Market Park and I'm giving that other address as like a white field address line 2. Another one is LDR dot set address line not city. Yeah, we can give. Uh, yes, we can give.
Bangalore.
One city we have right. Something. City. Next one is a city only, right? And then we are going to use LDR dot
State.
state. So LDR dot set info. So I'm giving 524 1 not 100 and giving one compound pin code. Okay. So now we are setting all the details. So this is like this address object is holding all the details. Right? So this address object is holding all the details. Now we are going to call it. So get address, it is going to return. It is going to return. Now tell me.
We need to print master already.
We already print right. Let's see. Right. Still we need to do some changes. So still it is printing the address object only. So in that case, either we have to do like either the other way is like we can call that so in the employee address e dot set address we are passing the address, but here we need why I'm explaining here, right? So here the as a relation, like if you want, if you are going to inject any values, like for example, we are creating like a employee object and we are setting the details, and when we are going to invoke, when we are going to invoke, that time it is going to always return the object. E dot see we are setting here it is an object, right? Like here we are getting an object. That's the reason it is printing like the address object. So how it is converted that object into the text. Which method it is going to help us in Java? Which method it is going to help us? Anyone knows? Anyone having an idea? Joan, Anju, Chetan, Sunil.
No, sir.
No, sir. No, right.
Okay. So in the case like it is printing the object. Okay. So which method it is going to help us now? Just see. Just get source. Generate to string. Now it is going to be. It's coming right. It is nothing but like an address object. It is coming. Flat number. Address line 1. Address line 2. Address line 3. So that is the reason some Pojo classes they might have like when you are using like as a relation and all right. So that is the reason some Pojo classes like they are going to override the toString method. Now you understood why we require the toString method to convert that object into the string format, right? So here what it is going to do toString method it is going to print the exact object details. Is completely the address object. So here we have an employee class which is having the address object as a reference. Address object as a reference. So this is nothing but like a has a relation. So now you understood why it is earlier it is printing the object now why it is printing because when we are printing like a getter method like when we are calling the get address right. Okay. Now it is going to print the exact address object details in the text form. Clear? So that is the reason if you can see in the real time also all the project classes like they might have implemented the toString methods. ToString methods. Correct? Okay. So now you understood right how to create the packages. How to create another project. If you want to create in Eclipse file, go to new, create, there is a project, create project, select Java project. You can underscore app. By default, like once you set the configuration and all right, so every time if you take the Java version and click next and click finish. Okay. Right? So now inside if you want to create any package, right click SRC and go to new package on dot or the dot. So all the package names should be always wrong. And if you want to create any class, just create a class and pick the main method is going to create. Okay. So like that we can create and we can create the projects and we can run in Eclipse. So I'm typing like see, in order to get the sysoup right? What I'm doing SYS OUT control space system, right? So now I'm
ತಿಳಿ ಕೇಳಿಸ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ಕೇಳೋದು ನನ್ನ
just how to run
ಕೇಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು
this.
ಒಂದು
Either
ಜೊತೆ
like
ಚಾಟ್
this,
ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಏನು
run this, or else we have a run button. Just click.
ಆ ಶಿವ್
So it
ಜೊತೆ
is
ಚಾಟ್
going to print
ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂತ
the
ಕುತ್ಕೊಂತ
details into the console. So here we are not going to compile and all. Directly we are running the class. Then Eclipse itself automatically generates the class files. So in our project, see inside like we have created the workspace, right? We have created the workspace. Inside we created two applications. So inside two projects we created. You can see here Test tab, Become, org, inheritance. It is there, right? It is there, right? Like it is generating the class file and it is having the Java file. Each and every package will have a class files and class files, right? So if you are using any Maven and all, that is different. That is going to create like one target folder inside that all the Java classes or Java classes. Sorry, what is that? Dot class files will be available. Clear? Hmm. So clear or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So like that, we are going to create, and if you want to change any settings, if you want to go for like for example, if you want to refresh any project, like once you added the file, if you want to refresh, just right click and refresh. Or else if you want to import any project, the other like for example, your friend has given one project, now you want to import any packs, any project. So existing from the workspace. Okay, just select and click next, and we can browse that where the project is available. So where the project is available, just go to this and this right to import. Um, So like we can import the programs from one workspace to other workspace, one project to other projects. See all these things it is there, right? All these things like how I'm going to import. Go to import and just select existing projects in the workspace. You know, right? For example, your friend has given one sample program or sample project. You want to import that, so you will be downloading that and you need to import that. Okay, and you have to pause that one. You have to select and you have to import. That is all. And if you want to change that any like if you want to change like any installations like I want to use like Java 7 or Java 8. Okay, just type like uh, compiler. So the compiler you are going to select, and you can select like compiler level if you want to, then you can put like 1.8 and just apply and close. So if you want to change the JRE, so all these things like it comes under Java. So if you want to change the install JREs, you can change it, right? So this is different code coverage under that is like for checking the code coverage purpose we are going to use. So if you want to add in advanced Java any servers under runtime environments, we need to add server like this. We can add the Tomcat installation server. Okay, if you are not downloading J2EE Eclipse, then it will be problem. So you need to again when we are going to start advanced Java and all, right? So then we need to practice all the programs in the Eclipse only. Then we have to again we need to download J2EE, and then so here it won't show the dynamic project when you are going to click create. Here it is showing right Maven project, dynamic web project. So dynamic web project it won't show. Dynamic web project it won't show. So if you download this JWE, so we can create a servlet, we can create a JSP, and we can create a Spring application, we can create a Maven project. So one time we are going to download, and that ID we are using for all the frameworks. So the class like core Java we can use, advanced Java we can use, the frameworks we can use, all these things we can use. So that's why don't download the standard edition. Go for JDWE. Clear? Okay, just try to download the Eclipse and we'll see the remaining examples tomorrow. Right? So we'll finish this multiple inheritance and then after that we'll start interface. Then, and then we'll start static and final. After that we'll start exception. Okay? So just try to install, whoever not installed the Eclipse. So if you are facing any impediments, like any problems, like just message me one to one so that I see that and then I'll help you. Or WhatsApp. Okay. Thank you guys. Good night.